you ever come across somebody in your life and you think, I'm not sure they're from this planet, or maybe they're from this planet, but they're not from this dimension, or they're not from this plane. So I've interviewed maybe 10,000 people over the last 30 years, and I keep getting asked, what's my favorite interview? And that answer changes an awful lot, mostly because what resonates changes over time, where we are with the culture, what my heavily concussed brain can remember. But if I were to really dive deep and think about who is a one-of-a-kinder, who is the only person I ever sat across from and thought, well, you actually might not be from here. He had this incredible ability to be the smartest guy in the conversation, but never make you feel lesser than, except he had expectations from you. You had to bring it. You had to meet him at some version of his presence. He would listen, and then he would throw a truth bomb. No, it was more of a truth dagger that would get you right through the sternum, and you'd take pause and think about what he said. And he did it with a smirk, mischievous smirk, because he knew that you knew that this was really special. There have been so many great artists over time, but there's only ever been one, David Bowie. And to explore the idea of life and loss and pain and heartbreak and learnings, just imagine the perspective you would have if you're not from this dimension.
The trouble with the Western ethic is that we're encouraged to negate every kind of disappointment in our lives. We're told that fear and pain and all those things are things that we can overcome or avoid, or kind of, you know, if we're in touch with this kind of spiritual life, we won't ever have those things in our lives. And of course, I think they're terribly important. I think the pain and the disappointments and all that are so much a foundation of making us stronger as people, that I think we have to embrace them as much as we embrace happiness, or the need for happiness and all that. So maybe I do dwell on those aspects of life quite a lot in my albums. They are darker, they are kind of, so I'm not really that kind of guy at all, though. I'm not Trent. You know, I'm not that serious. I'm not that dark all the time. I'm actually quite a buoyant personality. But I think left to my own devices, that 2 a.m. moment in the early morning, all these questions and all that questioning comes into play.
You should never be alone with yourself that much.
It's kind of like that, yeah. My mind's a bad neighborhood.
Tom Waits popped into this interview.
All that stuff kind of gets like that.